If you're confused about what's going on with Trump's executive order on segregation, let me explain. Although Trump did sign an executive order to remove a prior ban on segregation, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place, which means it is still illegal to segregate a protected class. However, the reason this is such a huge deal is because the federal government is in charge of enforcing the Civil Rights Act and investigating civil rights violations. By Trump signing this executive order, he is making it loud and clear that the federal government does not intend to do their part in enforcement or investigation. Effectively, what he's done is made it known to businesses that they don't need to abide by the Civil Rights Act because the government won't enforce it. Several federal agencies, like the Department of Homeland Security and the National Institute of Health, have already begun issuing notices to employees advising them not to consider the prior ban on segregation going forward. While this is only one of the countless attacks on DEI that Trump has made, the potential impacts of this order are vast and frightening, especially considering the history our country has with segregation.
White people, how do you feel about the segregation ban? I already know how people of color...
I'm pissed. It's bullshit. I'm angry. I feel helpless. And I'm white. So I can't imagine how people of color feel right now, and it absolutely breaks my heart. I don't know what to do. What do we do? What do real allies do? Seriously, somebody tell me, what can I do? I'll do it. My best friend is black. All of her kids are my kids, and my son is her son, and I don't know what to do. I hate this. I hate this so much.
Did Trump just bring back segregation in 2025? Because his latest executive order removes key civil rights protections, allowing federal contractors to ignore anti-discrimination rules. That means segregated workplaces could legally return, and supporters call it fair hiring, while critics call it dangerous rollback of civil rights. What does this mean for Black Americans? Is history repeating itself? Stay with me as we break down what's really happening and why it matters more than ever. If you are new here, my good name is Vanessa. Kindly subscribe, stick around, and tell me what you think in the comment section. I'll be back with my commentary. A credit belongs to all original creators that we are going to see here.
And while I'm on the topic, if y'all so worried about being segregated from everybody else, what do you want? Because last time I checked, y'all want y'all own everything. Y'all want black shows, black movies, black radio, black music, black neighborhoods, black churches, black grocery stores, black owned restaurants where you got to pay $15 just to sit down at the table, and a 22% gratuity no matter how many people sitting at the table eating, no matter how good or bad the service was. Y'all want all black everything anyway, but then y'all want to cry about segregation. Make it make sense. What do you want? And if you don't want to be segregated, which ain't nobody segregating us, stupids, but if you really were fearful that people were trying to segregate themselves from us, at what point do you turn inward and say, well, you know, what are the reasons why people don't want to be around us? It can't just be because of the color of our skin or because our hair grows up and not down. It can't be the reason, because most of y'all got wigs on anyway, so they can't even tell that our hair is kinky no more. So it can't be about that. Perhaps it could be about the fact that everywhere we go, we somewhere loud and obnoxious. It might be about the fact that our kids, no matter what school we send them to, our kids seem to be at the bottom of every single school we send them to. Our kids seem to be overrepresented in special education. Our kids seem to be overrepresented in suspensions and expulsions. Perhaps the issue is with the fact that 60-something% of our babies are born out of wedlock. Perhaps there's an issue with the black communities. You look around, you see more liquor stores and check cashing places than banks and grocery stores, and everybody seems to be okay with that because they keep on living there. Somebody's selling the drugs, somebody doing the drugs. I see crackheads and dope fiends all day long.
You can't continue to let this go on. I can't continue to let this go on. We can't continue to let this go on. We cannot continue to walk around with our eyes shut and our ears closed. Okay? What are we doing with these these executional or these executive orders removing policies that allow for segregation? What are we doing? Oh yes, it's government contractors. You know who those government contractors are? SpaceX, Tesla, Amazon probably. It's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors and all these MAGA folks falling for the okie doke. It has to stop. And in the latest news, guess who's overseeing the housing board? Oh yeah, Musk. Musk, along with his buddies, I think it's Plute, the head of Plute Homes. And now they're all buying up a bunch of stock because it's like $6 a pop. They're taking everything. They're taking everything. When in history have we had a president incite this amount of fear among so much of the country? I can't recall it in my lifetime. Yeah, Dems and Republicans have never really gotten along. Obviously, they're on different sides of the aisle. But society's divided. And for the people that continue to say it's just the Democrats who hate the Republicans and they don't want to see it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of brainwashed bullshit. And it's going to take some serious shit to go down for them to open their eyes.
Be so for real right now. We are in 2025. Just stop with that freaking narrative. Just stop already. What's even worse is the amount of people that I'm seeing commenting that are like, yeah, good. I hope he brings it back. And most of those people do not look like me. Yeah, so I don't know why you would want that. Sounds pretty damn hateful to me. He did not bring back segregation. What he did is try to protect women and children in bathrooms. I don't see where that's a problem. I would prefer to not have to worry about being in a restroom with a man walking in. Just a thought. I do have a daughter. I'd like to know that she's safe when she's in there. So, yeah. Trump did not bring back segregation. He did not bring back racial segregation for those in the back.
The surface was y'all want all black everything anyway, but then y'all want to cry about segregation. Make it make sense. What do you want?
They don't want to be segregated. 1000% facts. Even though it's all bullshit, there ain't no segregation. I literally cannot believe some of these people's response to the idea and the thought that they might be segregated again. I thought y'all didn't like white people. Thought y'all didn't like white cops. Thought y'all didn't like Karens. Some of y'all lost y'all complete minds on the internet thinking we might be segregated again. And that says a lot. Admit it. Y'all love white people more than y'all love yourself.
So, bitch, if you gonna go and segregate us, hurry the f*** up. Did they give us a day when the segregation shit gonna start? Cause, bitch, I can go in the house and go pack my bags and get ready to leave right now. Cause, bitch, we've been asking to be segregated. They actually think we give a fuck about being segregated. Y'all trying to trick us into getting these streets so y'all can go ahead and declare martial law. No, we don't no motherfucking segregation, bitch. We want our own neighborhoods. We want our own cars. We want our own makeup brands. We want our own clothing brands. We want it all. And we got it all. You bitches just stole it and put y'all motherfucking names on it. So, bitch, if you gonna go and segregate us, hurry the f*** up. If you gonna segregate us, hurry the fuck up. We ready to go. We tired of being around y'all. Okay? If you want to segregate us, this is your one chance you could really do what the fuck you say you're going to do and segregate us. Please segregate us, bitch. Segregate us.
I I would err towards the side of people of color, any color, over white men especially. I've never been abused, mistreated, or disrespected by a person of color. But white men, yeah. You give me a choice between would I pick a room full of black men by myself or a room full of white men by myself. You know what? The room full of black men, quite frankly, is a hell of a lot safer than how I would ever feel in a room by myself with nothing but white men.
So they think black people really give a damn about segregation? Like, for real, like, we welcome that shit. Like, hello? We know the power of our black dollar. We ain't no fools. We are perfectly okay with that. I guarantee y'all business is gonna shut the fuck down though. So fuck with it if you want to. We ain't suffering. You are. Like, we always got somewhere to shop, and half of the people are not gonna adhere to it anyway because of the fact that they know that their businesses are gonna go down. Ain't nobody finna do no stupid shit like that. And let me tell you something. If we going back to colored only bathrooms and white only bathrooms, our shit gonna be clean. Cause one thing about black people, we some clean motherfuckers. So I don't know. Now I don't know about the other ones because the ones that I know that work with me don't even wash their motherfucking hands. So let's be honest. Like, I don't know what they think. I don't know what they think they doing. But I'm here to tell them that they not doing what they think they doing, because we ain't gonna be bothered.
Donald Trump is showing exactly what everybody thought he meant when he said, "Make America Great Again." When he and his supporters were pressed over and over and over again on when was America great and what are we going back to, they always tiptoed around it. But anybody with half a brain knew when that was. We're talking like 1930s, 40s, 50s. We're talking segregation, pre-civil rights, and everything that he has done has brought us back. We're going backwards in time. He's undoing things from Lyndon Johnson in the 1960s. He signed an executive order here in the last few days removing an explicit ban on federal contractors having segregated facilities, meaning waiting rooms, restrooms, things like that. We are going back in time, and it's just like, we all see it, but there's just so much stuff going on that we miss these things, and these are huge things that he's doing. And yes, it's just symbolic. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is what it's going to be, but then why are we doing this? Why is that part of the agenda? Why is he signing executive orders that are removing the explicit ban of these things? Why is he looking to bring back segregation? Like, we knew this is where he was going to go. He just keeps picking off groups of people, and everybody thinks, well, I'm safe. They're not coming for me. They're going to come for every single one of us. Every single one of us. And this is a huge red flag. To even like dip your toe in the water of this. Why are you revisiting this? This is so old news. All the progress that has been made by the black community and people of color to go back to this is ridiculous. This is absolutely pathetic and unacceptable.
Let me tell you guys, for Black Americans, the implications of this executive order are profound. The removal of explicit protections against segregated facilities and rollback of affirmative action requirements may lead to increased discrimination in employment and public accommodations. This policy shift risks reversing hard-won gains in civil rights and could exacerbate existing racial inequalities in the United States. So the rescission of Executive Order 11246 and the subsequent policy change represents significant step backward in the pursuit of racial equality and justice. While the administration emphasizes merit-based hiring and the elimination of explicit anti-discrimination protections and affirmative action measures, fails to acknowledge and address the systemic barriers that have historically disadvantaged Black Americans and other minority groups. So it's crucial to recognize that true meritocracy can only be achieved when all individuals have equitable access to opportunities free from discrimination and bias. What do you think about this, guys? Tell me in the comments section. Think about young kids that are going to be raised in such situation where discrimination is allowed. Actually, it's not really allowed 100%, but that softening, I can bet that not all palm-colored people are happy for this, are not really enjoying, because most, they have Black people friends, they have Black people mates at home. What about those who are married, palm-colored and Black? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't, like, I don't really understand what is it going to help the community. So I wonder, those racists that have been mistreating Black community while the discrimination was illegal, so when it become legally, it's going to be something else. War, I'm telling you. Because people will be just fighting for their rights. Because racism is going to be exaggerated. And I'm sure that there might be many people who have that inside, but now it's like the companies and wherever are given the permission to choose according to the colored people. So guys, I'm upset with this, and the good thing of this app, we will be sharing our thoughts. So this is the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate. Subscribe, leave a like, and tell me what you think. Don't forget to share this with your friends. See you, bye.